What's up?
How you doing?
What we got going on over here?
Unfortunately, the Is300 has way too much camber. I blew through my front tires going on the interstate. So you can see over here.
Dang.
Destroyed that wheel. So I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to take it from 8.5 or 9 degrees, negative 8.5, 9 degrees, whatever it was. I'm going to bring it back down to like eyeball -4. Because I do want a little bit of camber on there. I don't want to be straight up and down, but it is so bad. The camber wear is so bad because I did alignment on everything. It's just, it was right on the sidewall because how stretched the tires were. But this is what we're dealing with. See up here, this is my Part Shop Max extended uppers. This is where we were grinding this so that the wheel would work. So I'm actually going to be doing two things today. I'm going to be taking these off on both sides and running them out so that the camber is less than it was before. And then I'm going to raise the spring tension on my springs as well because it feels, I don't know, I need a little more stiff.
That's so sad. I like the -9 degrees of camber. It was hot.
Yeah, it looked good. Looked really good, but, well, not really without spacers. It looked weird without spacers. But it's going to fill the wheel gap a little more now without spacers. Now that I'm going to bring it in just a little bit so that the top of the wheel is going to be closer to the fender. These fenders are pulled from my wheels rubbing over time when I was a little bit lower. I don't know if you can see that. Probably from up here you can see it
the
pretty
paint
good.
where it's cracked from rolling it.
But yeah, we're going to do that. We're gonna see how it looks, and I might buy some really cheap slip-on spacers so I get good fitment because I'm tired of this doo-doo fitment. I gotta have at least one running good car with good fitment. And then the 240 down there, if you want to look at it, it's seen some better days. Right now it's down because we are replacing the turbo on it.
Here we got a video coming out on that soon.
Yeah, we got a video coming out on that soon. It's probably gonna be the video after this one, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be really exciting. We're going to tune it as well with a tuner. We can show you how to do that as well. It's gonna be really fun. It's a lot bigger turbo, so she's gonna spool good. I'm trying to raise the spring tension on this car. However, it's being a pain. It's not wanting to turn. I mean, I know there's kind of like the whole force of the suspension assembly is being drugged down right now by gravity. But
I think you're tightening it that way.
I'm trying to tighten it.
Are you trying to tighten it?
I'm trying to raise the spring up to make it a little stiffer. Maybe I just need sway bars. I don't know, but it doesn't feel as stiff as it needs to be.
Oh.
I want it to be a little bit stiffer. It rides too comfortable for my liking. I want to suffer just a little bit. So I guess I'm gonna worry about this later, and we're just gonna continue to take off the upper control arm bolt. We don't care about fenders here.
No.
As long as it's not the quarterback.
Check this out right here. This is OEM Sports Design fender, by the way. You don't see a lot of those anymore. Too bad you got your hands on it.
Unfortunately, I ruined it. Oh, my finger. Take zeros back at it again.
Come on, man. Hit it with all you got.
I need a metal hammer. This is ridiculous. Dude, what in the world? Can't be that easy. I just put this thing in there. You know what would work really good right now? Pry bar.
Do we have one?
It might be in there. Box. Can't get a good little. Oh my goodness, this thing's really stuck. There it is. Golly. Okay. Dude, this is crazy. Whoa. Okay. Finally got this pile of crap out of here. You know, I don't know if I put those on the right side. Like this one or the other one. I don't know if I put them on the right orientation.
Oh, the coils have orientations?
The not the coils, but the upper control arms do.
Oh.
Because if you look at it, it looks a little bit weird. I don't know if this is how the suspension's built, but it just looks a little weird, don't it?
I mean, they look pretty similar when you had them on the bench.
Yeah, but I know they are different. They are different. But I guess we're just going to keep it this way. Unless we want to swap them around just see what happens. That's kind of a lot of work.
That is a lot of work.
All right, so now that you got that bolt off, that's going to be a 19 because it's an aftermarket nut. You're going to come up in here. And on each sides of the coils, if you can see up here, there's going to be 2 14 bolts that need to come out. And those are going to come out by a wrench. So the only way to adjust that is if you pull the entire control arm off. That's what we're doing. That's very unfortunate, but that's the only way. It's the only way these work. They do make some cheaper ones that adjust while the control arm is still on there. But these are the really expensive ones, so hopefully that means they're good. Expensive usually means better sometimes. So we're gonna go with it, and we're just gonna do what they say to do, which is take off the whole control arm. Finally got it off. So this right here are gonna be your adjusters. This side and this side. I'll flip it over a little better. These right here are gonna be your spacers, so it doesn't bend the metal that your bolt tightens down. And I don't know if that's ever going back in. But, so what you're gonna do is we're gonna loosen this and we're gonna loosen this. That's gonna allow these to move. And if you look in here, you won't be able to see it without a light. However, there's thread in here you can kind of see. Once this opens up, it gives you a better reference on how far in and out this is going. So you can measure it and get them even on both sides. Because you don't want, you know, let's say one side to be farther out than this side, because then your caster is going to be really messed up and weird, and then your car's going to drive like crap. So we're going to try to get these as even as possible for when we put them back together. So now, this looks like a 12, but it might be 14. I think it's 12. Yeah, it's a 12. So I'm going to get a 12 wrench, and we're going to see if we can't get these things adjusted. That's quite a bit of a difference. Well, let me do a little more. Dude, I'm worried. Imagine we put them back in and it's like we have positive camber.
No,
that would suck. That would suck.
So when you bring this out more, then you add less camber, right?
Yeah,
and further in more camber.
Yeah, because effectively this is the control arm. When you bring a control arm out, this is the wheel. When you bring a control arm out, you're going to have more positive camber, which you do not want in any instance at all. And then if you want negative camber, you bring the control arm in, and when you suck it in, it tilts the wheel like this on the ball joint. So it comes out more and more. However, you don't want too much camber unless you're really about that, because your ball joint will stress really bad on your top and lower, because the binding right here when you turn. And that's how you often end up with these cars are notorious for this. Ball joints will break and your wheel will come off and it'll just crunch your fender and you'll go face plant into the asphalt. So you gotta be really careful about what you're doing to your car unless you know what you're doing it.
Dude, I looked away for 1 minute and here you are. What kind of angle are you hitting right now?
I don't know. My shoulders are getting tired.
Yeah, we're putting this back together right now to see what the camber is going to look like.
Which wheel should we use?
He's developed a few more chromosomes in the process of this.
Dude, oh my god.
Is it?
Dude, the toe is like this.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's drift spec, right?
We're cooked. Dude, my car's been going on the road. I'm gonna get a line today.
A little bit better.
Yeah, a little bit better. That's livable, I guess, for now. Give me the other 13.
I guess.
Can you do me another favor?
What's up?
Can you wipe my car off too? There's a lot of pollen on it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, give me a second.
Can I kill my allergies?
Hey, let me wipe that smile off your face first.
Oh my god.
Dude, what happened to it?
I don't know. That's my wheel. That's part of my wheel. Golly, man. And it's like part of the coil itself.
That looks bad.
Oh my god. Look at that.
That's your wheel rubbing too.
Yeah. You know what I think it is? Oh my god.
Not into the stud.
You know what I think it is?
What?
I think it's those big old stock wheels with them huge tires on them.
Probably. They're kind of chunky. Look at this. That's way too much.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right. Now we're on the other side. We're going to take all this off, and we're going to see if we can't match it up. No way.
It slipped in?
That's a lot easier than the other side. Now we're going to grab these 2 bolts. Going to be 214s. Almost. Ooh, there's one. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna thread these in, and I got them relatively close. I don't care if my alignment is like spot on. I just want them to be close enough where you can't really tell by eye as much. Making do. Dude, it sucks so bad not having a lift.
Yeah, I know, right? This could have been done so much faster with the lift.
I know. So, dude, a lift is like a saving grace. Like once you use a lift for long enough, you look back at it and you're like, well, dude, this is so dumb. This takes forever.
Yeah.
I would have had this done. I would have had this done like an hour ago if I had a lift. Matter of fact, I would have more. What do we call it? More motivation. I'd have more motivation to work on this thing if I had a lift in here.
Anything suspension related on cars is 100 times easier if you have access to a lift.
It's so annoying.
So I'd highly recommend using a lift when you can.
We're gonna go with that. Well done.
Let's lower her down.
Let's see what it looks like.
All right, with both of them readjusted, this is how it's looking right now. So we got less camber on each side now. So it should be a lot more drivable now, don't you think?
Yeah, a lot more drivable, a lot more grip in the front too. The car drove a little bit weird with all that camber in the front. It's not for me, I guess. Because once you take away all that grip in the front, I don't know if you know what is that called? The drag, the no power steering pull. It has really bad no power steering pull when you hit potholes. So like the less grip you have, when you hit a pothole, it'll yank your wheel to the side, and it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah. What they call, like, bump steer or something?
Bump steer, that's what it's called. Yeah.
It's pretty straight to me.
Yeah, it drives pretty straight. Yeah, so it drives pretty straight. We're about to go on the main road here and see if it does the same. It feels a lot better, like more grip in the front. I can feel the grip in the front, like a lot more grip.
That's good.
I don't know exactly how much camber we got to it now. I'm thinking 5 degrees. I'm thinking it's like 5 or 6 degrees of camber. That's a little higher than I want, but it's better than 9 degrees. 9 degrees is crazy.
Yeah, that was a lot of degrees.
That's like real stance, dude. Like camber.
You chewed up your front tires so fast.
2 weeks. With these arms, you can go anywhere from, I think it's like 2 degrees to, it's like, yeah, I think it's like 2 degrees to like -9, 9.25 or 9. It's pretty crazy. Steering wheel's doing pretty good. It's just ever so slightly crooked, but it was doing that before. What's going on up there, dude?
What's that? On the biker or something?
Yeah, it's on a moped.
This is gonna be a test for the suspension, I guess.
Ready to hold on?
Yeah.
I don't know what this dude's doing right here. The car feels a lot more agile now, as far as grip goes.
Ugh.
Yeah, them front tires are grippy, dude. trippy, dude. I gotta put these tires back on. If you show them behind us,
We got a couple of tires.
I got brand new tires for it. I need to put on. I'll worry about that tomorrow.
Look at that tire right there.
Good tires.
No wonder we heard a noise.
All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it for the video today with the Lexus. Got it all buttoned up. Gonna throw some tires on it tomorrow. Leave a poster short on it or something like that. Just put new tires on it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all next time. I appreciate it.